Guyana's first national risk assessment, which focused on the local money market in terms of money laundering and financing of terrorism, has concluded. The goal of a series of workshops was to identify, assess, and grasp a better understanding of money laundering and terrorist financing risks within Guyana's jurisdiction. The World Bank and the Inter-American Development Bank were major contributors to the success of the assessment. Country representative of the Inter-American Development Bank, Sophie McConan, was among persons addressing participants at the conclusion of the workshops at the Marriott Hotel on Wednesday.
We think that efforts in combating money laundering is really important, and we usually do it through national programs and regional programs. Why? Because there's a growing body of evidence suggesting that money laundering creates significant risks and distortions, trampling integrity of the financial systems, undermining legitimate economic activities, democratic governance, and the rule of law.
Meanwhile, Finance Minister Winston Jordan posited that money laundering has shifted from transactional procedures to trade-related activities. He explains.
I'm very cognizant of the catastrophic macroeconomic effects that MLTF can have on our country if left unnoticed as well as unattended. I'm aware that it can impair the integrity and stability of the financial system, the current capital accounts of the banks and payments, and reduce legitimate financial inflows into the country.
Minister Jordan explained that the crimes of money laundering and financing of terrorism, though different, hamper the effectiveness of the financial system in any country and therefore makes the state vulnerable.
These predicate offenses also have the potential to drastically reduce the government's actual revenue collection. In addition to its impact on corruption and engendering a lack of confidence in the economy, money laundering can also negatively affect investment and ultimately distort economic growth.
Attorney General and Legal Affairs Minister Basil Williams, in his address, pointed out that cooperation is necessary in this journey towards an efficient and effective AML-CFT regime.
There must be effective information sharing as this facilitates the detection and prevention of terrorist financing and money laundering, and must be central to our regime. Effectiveness relies on direct information being shared and acted upon. Information and evidence must be shared between entities like the Direct Police Force, CANU, FIU, SOCU, SARO, GRA, the DPP, and financial institutions.
This risk assessment comes at a time when Guyana is among many developing countries that are adversely affected by this de-risking practice. Additionally, a few local financial institutions either have completely lost or have reduced relationships with their correspondent banks. Minister Jordan pointed out that this development creates difficulties, including higher costs for individuals and businesses involved in the trade of goods and services, including remittances. He says that in this regard, an efficient anti-money laundering regime will protect Guyana from the severity of the de-risking practice and sustain the level of development in the country. Reporting for HGP Nightly News, I am Kristen Macklin.